Good day, I'm Ikslorin, and I'm just figuring out what other people are playing on the ladder so that I'm a little bit more clever whenever I end up facing them. And this week, as the first one on my quest to knowledge, it's the Mech Mage. I tried to start off going for a more standard Mech Mage, but it ended up being a little bit unorthodox, but not really that much. It's just 3 or 4 cards changed, or a little bit removing secrets and adding some more high-end stuff like Sylvanas. And I like this. We have a turn 1 and 2 play, and a turn 3 play with the Fire Blast, so that's fine. Should he play anything on next turn, we can Frostbolt it. If he should play anything turn 2 for him, we can go for another Tron and Frostbolt it. So we have at least the first 3 turns done. We just have to draw into some more good stuff. Obviously just get the Snowball to 1 with the little beautiful Mech Whopper. Coining. Okay, something for 3 mana. That is interesting. Groove Tender. And we draw a card. So it's a mill one. That is very interesting. I mean, he's against a mid-range person and not a control player. So I'm not so sure if this is going to be going that well. On the other hand, he has a lot of board control and a lot of healing. And I actually know what he's playing, so maybe we can do this pretty well. And he has a mind control tech. And got something pretty decent. The Mana Worm would probably have been the best thing for me. I would guess. Yeah, I would say that's pretty true. And Innovate, so a Wrath too. No, yeah, okay. Of course, just the hero power. Yeah, I like that. Using the Innovate for that, I'm not so sure. I mean, I normally would like to use the Innovate for turn 1 Groove Tender or something similar like that. But that's fine. So let's do this. And this. And yeah, just Fire Blast the face. I don't see any reason to do anything else. Then next turn, Assured Wake, of course. That's just use all the mana we have. Draw a card. Oh, that seems great. And it's also a body, so... And with spell damage for the fireball if need be. We are still against something that is pretty... or rather... Yeah, we are rather controlly, so we should be able to somewhat deal with it. I guess. Actually, I don't know what to expect, to be honest. Just because of the fact that... what was it? Because he's a male one, and it seems to be not completely the one that I know. I mean, I understand taunts. It's just a little variation until right now. Though he also has claw and taunts here. Not really what you normally use for a mill mage, but it still does the same thing. It's board control, so it's fine. Still a Assured Wake and trade in for 2 for 3/1. That's okay. Not really what I would want, but it's okay, I guess. Also a Black Knight, should he get some taunts up and going. For a mill, or not a mill, a fatigue deck, he should probably have some kind of Sludge Belcher. What? Okay, I take everything back. You wouldn't include this. Probably. Okay, we could Fireball this and trade. We could also Clockwork Gnome, kill that, and then hope for the for it to work. Nah, don't think so. Let's just do this. I mean, using the Fireball on that seems like a bit of obviously a waste, but I would just want to have board control right now and just get momentum here. Really, that is my hope, that the Fireball is enough to get some board control here. It's actually, even though it started looking like a fatigue thing, this actually just looks like any sort of druid that we all know. And there we go. Probably shouldn't have played the Cockmaster. That is irritating. Well, I'm just going for to face with everything. Then he can figure out what he wants to kill of these things that I have. I mean, if he trades in on this one, I will just go with the Cockmaster in here. And if he should go in for this one, I will just do something similar. Okay, something. Oh, what's the horn? That's cool. Oh, and the Force of Nature, used for board control. Like it. Somewhat. I mean, it's obviously bad for me, but on the other hand, it actually... It means that he has less of a combo, but it also means that he has 2 in his deck, so he probably will just come back with something more. Some more spare parts, seems like a great idea. We could give it an extra HP just for swipe, or just keep it like this. I don't expect a swipe. I mean, yeah, you can kill the 4/4 and remove 4 damage, so you wouldn't go down to 6. But then again, he would probably just have something like this. Oh, cool play. Very cool play. And, well, I would actually have hoped that it would end up being something like a Sludge Belcher, so that I could just use the Black Knight on that. But we would probably trade in here. I do not want, or do not like the idea of killing you. We could go for 1 HP extra on this. Then my Snow Chugger would still be alive. But then he could just swipe my face. That seems okay. To just use a swipe to kill one thing with the side effect. That's okay, I guess. Still keep the Black Knight, obviously. Yeah, let's just keep the Fireball until we have Antonidas out on the board. Also, just try and keep as many spare parts as we can. Is the Rusty Horn actually all minions? Give a minion taunt. Yes, okay. I can see a combo here. Because Black Knight, I can do that too. We could also just Flame Strike it, but that is not really worth it. It's somewhat okay. Again, but I feel like I'm or using too much. I used a Fireball on a Assured Wake, and I also used crap. Well, I didn't use crap, but I did use did also use just now a spare part to please my face. Damn. Could it then be a Frostbolt? That is not that. And well, we will next turn be able to kill the Wagnerus, but yeah. But then again, we at least know that this is just some normal Wamp Druid here. And he probably now just wants to minimize or make sure that the Wagnerus will hit my Assured Wake.
Where shall I strike?
Yeah, seems like it. Please my face. Thank you, at least one thing it does. Right, and wait, Flame Strike, 7, 9, 10. Good. There we go. Board is back to my side. I don't know really. We could try and get as much damage on the Mana Worm and then reversing switch it, but I don't think that would work that well. Especially since we don't have that many spells, so even though that would be a great thing, this deck probably won't be able to do that. That's irritating. I'm actually just thinking about going for face and hope and just let him try and deal with the board, but that would probably just go wrong. And the body, that's cool. Yeah, I'll just keep going for face because I'm pretty close to lethal here. Even if it goes in here, this cannot drop a Doomsayer or anything. So actually it doesn't matter about the Doomsayer in this circumstance, but it cannot get anything that should be I should be afraid of. At 4 mana there's no taunt. Oh yeah, there's Ascension. But that is awful. And it's not a taunt. So we still have lethal. At least until now. We haven't seen the swipe yet though. Okay. And the swipe probably too. He still has 7 mana. So he probably has one. Shredder. Okay, he doesn't have a swipe. But he has a naturalize. Very interesting. It seems like he wanted to go halfway there to the fatigue thing, but didn't exactly want to do it in the end. Well, that's how it is. We have a worsening switch so that we can actually get 1 extra damage done. Should we be 1 damage away? But he will probably try and remove as much stuff on the board right now as humanly possible. Oh, actually doing it like that. And face. Yeah, well, we have actually lethal then with the worsening switch. Except if he kills more stuff. Or does that. Well played. Should have checked if it was a Doomsayer first. Oh well. We got through the taunt, so that's okay-ish. But we're actually losing steam as it seems. Even though he actually gave us a lot of card draw. But then again, he actually just let us catch up. And didn't heal himself. He's very, very confident. Okay, I guess. I can understand that. We have pretty much lost all board control. Even if we go for Antonidas, he can just kill it. Or just kill us. And that is a legendary. And that is Antonidas. And we are though still 1 away from lethal. So if we can get a spell, we would win. But then again, he can just kill everything we have. And trade 2 for 1 for Antonidas. Or naturalize again. If he has 1, he probably has 2. Or just heal himself.
What to do?
Okay, we still are 1 away from lethal. We would still be 1 away from lethal. Any spell that should be anything is... If we should draw... Wait, actually, we have 6 cards left. At least one of them gotta be a Frostbolt still, right? Okay, that is not what we were looking for. We're 2 away. If we had drawn a Frostbolt, I'm pretty sure there's still 2 Frostbolts in here. Then we would have done it. But that is only a lower step. Damn. Somewhat okay in the beginning, but I think the fact that even though I didn't really seem to wouldn't have changed that much for my playstyle just because he was fatigue, I still think that I probably have misjudged him in some way. And yeah, I guess the thing was that I was just not expecting to see that many minions. But then again, what would have changed? Nothing really. And a woke, probably the oil woke as always. There's really nothing different or anything else than the oil woke for the moment. There's that Trump Sweeper. Nah, there's not. That's just something that I have played. No one else does that. Okay, we have a turn 1. We have a turn 3 play. Guess the Frostbolt, the Fire Blast can be a turn 2 play. Or the Mech Whopper. Is also cool. Coining, and yes, cool. Coining either a Shiver or a Dagger. A Dagger. That's cool. I mean, we got the Dagger out of him, so... Oh, not the Dagger, but the coin out of him, so... That is something pretty cool. And Whirling Blades. Not the worst. Also, we can go for both of these next turn. And maybe add a Whirling Blades to an Orange one. Later. No, let's just keep it. Let's just see if we can actually get Antonidas to work and just try and keep these. Except if need be. And maybe not make something that is just fancy for the fanciness. Like that Black Knight play from earlier. And face we go. Turn 3. He hasn't played anything, but I suppose that is very normal for an Oil Woke. What I read about it was that it is actually very controlly and waiting to get actually just very similar to the old what I was trying to say. Yeah, the miracle rope. Not as in it is the same idea, but it is waiting to get a combo done and then killing and then getting card rope with prep sprint and not the good Jitson. I can talk somewhat right now. But it feels very easy on this one. I mean, we just gave up, so he didn't really have anything to answer with. I mean, he just played on turn 3 the SI agent without it being comboed, so that already tells us something. And we're back up again at 12 stars, something that I feel like is pretty cool. Let's see if we can squeeze in another game in the next 5 minutes. I mean, if it's something similar to the last one, which I'm more than fine with, to be honest. I mean, in the end, wins is the only thing that matters. Not. It's having fun. But man, I lose my trail of thought very easily. Warlock, I would probably go for a Mana Worm, just if it should be a Zulok. But yeah, I think 5 minutes game, as long as it's not one of those long drawn out games with control versus control, it's more than fine. And we're mid-rangey, aggro-ish, more to the mid-range I think than aggro, but it's still very much, it shouldn't be taking that long. An egg, okay, so probably something, some kind of soup, but coining an egg, he probably has something to trigger it with, sadly. So we will probably see some kind of trigger now. Power Overwhelming could be done. Killing my Mana Worm? Isn't that a little bit too much? Isn't that a little bit of a waste for Power Overwhelming? I mean, yes, you get a 4/4 out on the board, but really? A Mana Worm? Is that really that good? Just thinking to keep him back. No, I would suppose that he's control board focused. Okay, using a Mortal Coil to just break that. And another Nubian egg. Man, he's happy about this. He really likes them. A little shredder it is. But we haven't really been trading that well. His Nubian egg has been really 2 for 1. Or 2.5 for 1, really. So he's off to a really good start and we are not. Should probably think about going for a fireball here at some point. Yeah, fireball on that. Then yeah. Problem is I just don't want to kill that. If this Cogmaster had charge, it would be perfect. We could trade perfectly fine here, but okay. Oh, well, thank you for giving me mech. That's cool. Either way, his Nubian is going to be killed. Except if he does that. But well, that's at least the second Mortal Coil. He's very unorthodox, really, about this Zulok. Mortal Coils were were the core for the Zulok in the very long time ago. But now you have thrown it out and just use Dark Bomb and the Soulfire alone. Can't remember why it was removed and not really that popular anymore. But you don't really use Mortal Coil anymore. And also he has gone out to use a lot of... He's just used a lot of energy just to get those Nerubian eggs to work. I mean, it has paid off, to be honest. Oh, it's some kind of demon lock thing more. Oh, we maybe should just flame strike here, really. We just have one flame strike, though. And he seems to be somewhat aggro-y. We have already... There's nothing that he can throw down that is not... Or is making my Flame Strike bad. Because he has just used both of his Nerubian Eggs. But... I don't know if I want to go in here and then go for a Snow Chugger and a Goblin Blast Mage. Or just a Flame Strike. Killing... Nah, it's not really worth it. It's so much stupid or unimportant stuff here. Oh, the Blast Mage knows what's up. That's how you win the game. Just go for face. And that is the goal after all, to make him get to 0. So that's fine. Going for Flame Strike now to get Mal'Ganis out, and then kill Mal'Ganis. Yeah. Okay, that's not Mal'Ganis. Yep, that was useful. Well, at least we have the board. And he's still 1 turn away from Mal'Ganis, if I'm correctly. Also Jiraxxus. So we can't kill him this turn. Or the next turn. So we will probably see a Jiraxxus. If he wants to survive. Or Mal'Ganis. But then we just have to trade in our whole board and we're back again. So he would just get 1 turn and board clear. Well, that is actually worth it. 1 extra turn and board clear is certainly worth a minion. Even a legendary. Life tapping. Cool. Trying to see if we can get something that is worth it. A Doom Guard. On a full hand. Both a Dread Infernal and Demon Fire. Wasn't it that? Demon Fire? Yes. And like this, of course. Get that Captain's Parrot out of the way. And now it's really just the question, does he have a Mal'Ganis? Does he have a Jiraxxus? If not, I can't really see how he would want to make this work. Nah, if he could give a Taunt maybe. Okay, that does it somewhat, but I still have 1 minion. Plus Blast Mage. Bring him down to 3, right? Yes. Oh, I can do basic math. That's wonderful. I'm way too happy today. Okay, he's probably has given up now. Well played though. He did start off really well, actually trading really well with these Nerubian Eggs. Used a lot of cards to trigger it, but he used 2 cards for the first one, but he actually got the Nerubian to kill like 3 minions. So that is still a good trading. So he started off pretty well. It just seemed like the card draw wasn't really there in the end. It's not the most complicated deck, and it's also not the most fulfilling one to play, this Mech Mage, but I can see why it is liked so much. It surely gets the wins in, and it also is not as brain dead as some other decks can be. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. See ya!